Councilwoman Bell. Councilman Hodge is here, be back. Vice Mayor Losner. Councilwoman Garner and Councilman Porter left the room. He should be back. The order of business is the sale of 14 acres of the Park of Commerce. Mr. Manager.
Mr. Mayor and Council, it's staff's recommendation that the proposal before you be approved to sell 14 acres, a 14-acre parcel of the Park of Commerce to Homestead Commerce Group, LLC. The Homestead Commerce Group is a consortium of end users for the park land. I probably don't have to go do any historical of what we've been going through for the park. There's a group here for them to to make their presentation from Homestead LLC, but you are getting some information from them. I just make a couple more comments. As the green sheet indicates, the price is $130,472 per acre. That is the price, the most current appraisal that we had for that property. The total purchase price is $1,826,608. There's an inspection period of 75 days, but a closing date of December 27, 2006. Again, ensuring that this gets on the property rolls for the next year. They're going to talk more and give you the location, but just to give you a general area where that property is located. Is on this corner. There's 14 acres out of 18 that we have up. There's another 4-acre parcel that we have that we are currently in negotiations with, and I think that will come before you soon. But it takes up this particular corner of the Park of Commerce. I think you're going to get to see that a little further here, just where you are in this corner. So with that, Mayor, with your permission, I ask that Homestead LLC make some.
Morning, Mr. Mayor.
Good morning,
council members. I'm John Thompson with offices at 370 Minorca in Coral Gables, Florida. I'm a member of the Homestead Commerce Group that is proposing to purchase this 14 acres that's just been described at a purchase price of $130,472 per acre. As you can see in the sketch that we have given you and the sketch that we have on this board here, that 14 acres basically surrounds a 4-acre parcel that a pharmaceutical company is presently negotiating to purchase. And we have a sketch showing that it will be divided into 6 parcels for our group to use. And as noted, we are the end users. This group, the members of this group, will be building and constructing on the property. And I'd like to introduce those members. We have Bob Zinzel, Senator Dick Rennick, Adam Bass, and Guy Caith, and back here Jim Eagleton. And these 2 guys are very important to us because Eagleton and Caith Company will be the project managers for the development of the property. And this is a very prestigious company that has extensive experience in Dade County, having developed the Waterford Center at the Blue Lagoon near Miami International Airport. They developed the Burger King headquarters, and more recently Lexus of Kendall and Lexus of Pinecrest, and they're involved now in the development of Mercedes-Benz at Cutler Bay. So they bring a wealth of experience to us, and we're ready to go. The contract that has been negotiated and drawn by the attorney for the city has been accepted by this group. And the interesting point, I think, to this council is that we have agreed that we will close the purchase by December 27th, 2006, so that this parcel will be on the tax rolls for the year 2007 for the city. We're prepared to answer any more questions that you may have concerning our group and what we propose.
Mayor, I'd like to move the recommendation.
Moved by Councilwoman Bell, second by Councilman Hodge.
Question, Mayor.
Mr. Porter.
In this, what type of development time frame are you looking at before you start doing some basic construction?
Dave?
We have some gold shovels.
You have to come to the mic. Would you come to the mic, Mr. Bass?
Say that in the microphone, we want that for the record.
Your name and address for the record?
Mr. Mayor and Council, Adam Bass. I live at 1262 Southfield Lark Lane in the Villages. I've lived there for a long time. I grew up in Homestead. I went to school here. I own a variety of, we're architects and builders, and I own a variety of different commercial properties that we built throughout the city of Homestead, Florida City, South Dade, surrounded, in the surrounding area. We're prepared to move forward immediately. There's a couple of things we'll have to go through, I guess site plan review for each of the properties. We want the city to be on board as far as the covenants and any design criteria so that everybody is building to the same uniform high-quality standards of design and whatnot. But I think I speak for everybody in our group when I say that we're the end users. We're prepared to start immediately. We don't want any subsidies. We'll put our own cash into it. We'll write you a check for the land, close on schedule, and we'll break ground right away, as soon as everything goes through permitting, of course, and is approved by the city.
Mr. Manager, the design guidelines are basically, we're using the Rockefeller version.
Well, we're going to have to adjust those because for what they were planning for development probably won't exactly fit what we're looking at the current time. So we'll be working with the group to determine those for their project.
The attorney for the city is currently drafting an amendment to the declaration to amend that Rockefeller master plan to be more in concert with the concept that the city now has for the development of Homestead Park of Commerce.
Is that more towards the original documents? Because the original documents were very restricted.
Well, again, we were working in concert. We haven't come up with the final on that, but it was one of the disclosures in the contract, one of several, in which we're going to have to meet and agree with a particular group, with the groups on the development criteria. Some of those are too restrictive, really, to fit what was originally planned. So we're going to sit down in concert. What the end goal is to make sure we have a quality park, good construction, good appearance.
I think that's, again, I know everybody wants the same, out there in that particular park, and just trying to get an idea of which set of rules we're playing with, the original ones or the second ones or the...
Well, they're going to be modified. There'll probably be a little bit of this, a little bit of that from what we already have. We probably won't reinvent the wheel totally, but we'll take what we think works from each of the master plans and put them together with what the reality of the development that we're facing. I might add that I didn't at the beginning said we had certain disclosures in the contract also, which involved not only that master plan. We're going to have a declaration of restrictions in regards to the construction quality and types.
Sure.
The Homestead Air Force Base and the Homestead Motorsports Complex, disclaimers there that say, hey, you're locating next to something that may, from time to time, be noisy, be disruptive, maybe traffic when they have the events. FDA compliance, that in that particular area we put that in there because the pharmaceutical company going in there has to maintain a certain standard for FDA to approve their products. You can't have a heavy industrial use next to it that might taint what they're doing in their particular area. We don't have that anyway in the light industrial, but we put that in there because they are really kind of enclaving that 4 acres that are set for the pharmaceutical. But we did have some disclaimers. I wanted to mention that as well. I should have mentioned that at first. So.
Any other comments?
I just want to welcome you guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We look forward to working with you.
Nice map, too.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you, Mayor.
Very well
Any
done.
other comments? If not, roll call, Madam Clerk.
Councilwoman Garner?
Yes.
Councilman Hodge?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Losner?
Yes.
Councilman Porter?
Yes.
Councilwoman Bell?
Yes.
Mayor Warren?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Good job, gentlemen. Look forward to it.
Mr. Mayor, while we just have the meeting, I just want to make a couple of brief announcements. In accordance with what the manager and I notified you of at the last meeting, we are in the process of foreclosing on a property owned by the MN Nemseer Christian Network, Corpo Mex. The owner failed to pay a reduced amount of a code enforcement fine. I also would like to request executive sessions on City versus Paradise Tower, City versus Gospel Truth Pentecostal Church, and City versus Sun Properties. Those also deal with foreclosure actions and that we have the possibility of settling. So the clerk, I believe, has scheduled some of these, but she'll notify you. Thank you.
Thank you.
One more. Eric Stedden has requested an executive session to get your approval on a resolution of the Jeremiah Coward case, and that will also be scheduled by the clerk. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. Next, we have...
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, I keep forgetting. She got the...
Mayor, excuse me, I have one question for City Manager,
Go ahead.
if I might. The acreage that's held aside for the pharmaceutical company, if anything happens to that particular deal, could we ask the same group to buy that 4 acres to make that a perfect square for them, just in case, if anything doesn't happen, that's great, but just in case?
Councilman Bell, Mayor.
They're not even in the room, I'm just throwing that out there.
We've had that discussion with them.
Okay.
We had talked of a couple of ways of doing it. We didn't want a first right of refusal. Those usually have caused us headaches.
Okay.
And we didn't do a second contract, but it makes sense. And we said we would entertain talking to them. I did meet, just so you know, Monday with the pharmaceutical company. We've agreed on a